Hi, I'm Dana. Today we're going to do a little flow yoga practice. I love blocks in my practice. I love all yoga props, so I'm always going to recommend having at least a block or two. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. And let's get started today actually in Shavasana. So bringing yourself to lie long onto your mat, walking your shoulder blades a little bit further apart, pulling the crown of your head towards the back of your mat. And then feeling yourself get a little bit heavier on your mat as you take your next exhale breath out. Then I invite you to bring your awareness to the rhythm of your breath, not trying to change anything, but just observing your breath. Is it smooth? Is it rough, short, shallow, wet, cool, warm? And then going fully empty with your next exhale breath. Then inhaling through your nose, feel your stomach, your rib cage, your throat expand. And a free, full exhale, emptying out through your lungs. Again, inhale through your nose, feel that breath come all the way up into your throat as your body expands. And then a full exhale, pushing all the air out of your lungs. One more breath like that, inhaling through your nose. And full free breath out on your exhale. Start to find your own rhythm of breath from here, in and out through your nose, if that's available. And then gently dropping your left cheek any amount to your mat, just bringing a gentle twist to your cervical spine, noticing how that might feel. Relax your jaw, notice your breath. And inhale, nose to the ceiling, and exhale, dropping your right cheek any amount. Might feel really different from one side to the other. Not better or worse, good or bad, just good information to have. Inhale, nose to the ceiling, reach your arms up overhead, find a full body stretch. And stay here for your exhale, let your body get heavy. Inhale, reach, extend through your toes to fingertips. Exhale, let yourself get heavy. Once more, inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, belly button to spine, bring your knees into your chest and release your hands. Float your forehead towards your knees. Stay here as you exhale, soften your shoulders away from your ears. Ground the backside of your body towards your mat. Another full breath in. As you exhale, release your head, neck, shoulders to your mat. And we're going to find hip circles so you can keep your hands on your knees. I really like to grab the outer edges of my mat and pull it like I'm trying to pull it apart. And start to find a little movement in your hips, your groins. Knee circles can be small, they can be larger. And then invitation to notice your breath as you're taking these knee circles early in your practice. Always want to keep at least about 30% of your focus on your breath, on the fact that you are breathing as you move through your yoga practice. And then change the direction of those circles. Start to find, if you haven't already, a little bit of activation, your low abdomen. Finding maybe one or two more full circles. And then coming into stillness. Give yourself a hug, forehead towards your knees. Inhale, stay here as you exhale, soften your shoulders away from your ears. Take a breath in. Exhale, release head, neck, shoulders, and your feet to your mat. Step your feet to the outer edges of your space. Arms can stay by your sides or grab the outer edges of your mat and starting to find some like reverse windshield wiper movement with your knees. Again, feet are on the outer edges of your mat. Knees are dropping in to one side, back to center, and then to the other. Again, just noticing your breath, noticing how your lumbar spine's reacting to this movement, your pelvis. We've got a little natural curve in your low back, totally good. And then start to make your way back to center. Send your legs long, reach your arms overhead, full breath in. Exhale, knees to chest, forehead to knees. Another full breath in. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, release head, neck, shoulders to your mat. Tee out your arms or cactus. Make a right angle with your knees. You can place a block between your legs here. I'm actually going to do so. Take that option. Place your block between your knees if you want it. Breath in. As you exhale, legs are going to drop to the left. They're not going to come all the way to the mat. They're going to come to space, or you can have a block right here. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, let your legs fall to the right, but not all the way to the ground. Inhale, coming back up to center. Keep taking this movement. You can let your gaze go the opposite direction of your knees on your exhale to find this dynamic twist from your lumbar spine through your cervical spine. And then the next time your legs come to the left, as you exhale, let your knees come all the way to your mat. You can keep your block between the legs, or again, block can go underneath your legs like so. And relax your shoulders away from your ears. Start to find some full cycles of breath through this twist. Exhale fully, activate your abdomen. Inhale, core floats you back up through center. Exhale to the opposite side. You can maneuver your block from one side to the other. Gaze can be towards opposite direction of your knees, like I said, or you can find your gaze straight to the ceiling, or even the same direction as your knees, whatever feels the best and the most appropriate for your practice, what your body wants you to do. Full exhale. Inhale, coming up through center, removing your block. And we're going to make our way to a tabletop. So you can roll to a fetal position and press yourself up to get there, or depending how your spine's feeling, you can take a couple rock and rolls through your spine, getting a little massage. Make your way to seated, and then transfer back into your tabletop. So nice flat back, wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, palms are spread as wide as you can get them. Inhale, tailbone tilts forward, feel your triceps roll back, heart space lifts. Exhale, triceps roll forwards, chin to chest, back of your heart to the sky. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale through cat, press into your mat, chin to chest. And then continue your cat-cow at your own pace, your own breath. Starting to warm up through the flexion and extension of your spine. And then if you want to add in any other free spinal movement, go ahead and find that. It could look like jump roping through your spine, barrel rolls, kind of like I'm doing. It might look like adding in a little bit of lateral movement. Holding your cat or cow for an extra breath or two. Whatever variation you find yourself in. Take about one more cycle, and then we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Walking your hands to your left, you may find you want your block here. So if that's the case, go ahead, grab it, place it to the top of your space, then walk your hands to the left. Step your right foot into this space that you just created to the outer right edge of your mat. Walk your hands back to center. Your wrists and your right ankle should be in a straight line. Ground down through your right big toe mound. Let your hips sink forward. And then start to send your hips back towards your heels. Right toes can float towards your face. And then start to find this movement in your body. Not so important where you're inhaling and exhaling. I'm inhaling as I come forward, grounding down through my right big toe, heart space lift, shoulders drop. And then exhale, belly button to spine, hips towards your heels. But like I said, not so important where you're inhaling, where you're exhaling, just acknowledging that you are in fact breathing as you move through this. Next time you come forward, pause, ground through your right big toe mound. You may find you want your block underneath your left palm here. Inhale, bring your right hand to your inner right thigh. As you exhale, twisting to your right, left elbow does not lock out. You want a soft bend coming onto the outer edge of your right foot. Soften shoulders away from your ears, lengthen through your cervical spine, stay here. Or you can kick your left heel to your glute, grab your right foot, and find an active bind here. Kick your foot into your hand, pull your foot with your hand. Relax through your cervical spine and your next exhale. Inhale, float your heart space. Exhale, gently release both hands to your mat. Walk your hands to your left, step your right foot back, knee to your mat. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders to tabletop. Noticing how one side feels to the other. Again, no wrong or right, better or worse there. And then walking your hands to your right, stepping your left foot into this space you just created as you walk your hands back to center. Left ankle and palms are in alignment. Ground down through your left big toe mound. Let your body start to shift forward. Notice your breath. And then belly button to spine, hips to heels sends you back. And then starting to ride this movement through your body. Starting to find that link of breath to movement. Allowing your breath to guide the movement, start the movement, rather than vice versa. Grounding down through your left big toe mound when you come forward into that shape. Belly button to spine level through your hips and pelvis as your hips sink back. Next time you come forward, pause. Option for block underneath your right palm. Inhale your left hand to your inner left thigh. And as you exhale, start to twist to your left. You're on the outer edge of your left foot. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Nice, soft, long cervical spine. Check in, right elbow's not locked out. Inhale as you exhale, option to kick right heel to glute. Grab with your hand, find that active kick and pull. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, float your heart space. Exhale, gently release both hands to your mat. Walk your hands to your right, step your left foot back, knee to mat, meeting back in a tabletop. Bring your palms a full or a half palm print forward. Option to stay on your knees or curl up onto your toes. Inhale, shift your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, I'm lowering all the way down to the mat, tops of your feet to the mat. Hands are at your breastbone line. Feel your hip bones ground into your space. Pin your elbows to your rib cage and inhale, ground through your hip bones, float your heart, neck, head. Stay here as you exhale, relax your brow line, your glutes. Inhale, float through your heart. Exhale, release. Breath to movement. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart, neck, head. Exhale, release twice more. Inhale, cobra. Moving with your own breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, forehead or chin to your mat. Press into your palms. Press your hips up and back, meeting in a child's pose, forehead to mat or to your block. And reconnecting to your breath here, reconnecting to the physical sensation of your body, grounding to your mat in this relationship with gravity. Spread your palms wide, gaze toward your thumbs. Pull yourself forward. Meet me in downward facing dog. Palms are spread nice and wide. They're shoulder width, grounding down through the base of your finger pads and your knuckles. As much of a bend into your knees as feels appropriate. Eyes of your elbows forward. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take a bend to your knees. Step your feet as wide as your mat. And start to walk your hands to your feet. Coming into a rag doll, grabbing opposite elbow to opposite wrist or hand. Then release your hands to the mat. Ground down through your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, your heels. And then option to float your toes and then reground them all back down like little fingers. Inhale, slowly begin to roll vertebra by vertebra all the way up to standing. Head's the last thing to rise when it does. Sweep your arms up overhead, gaze towards your thumbs, breath in. Exhale, soft bend to your knees, forward fold all the way back down. Again, inhale, slow roll, vertebra by vertebra, all the way to standing. Head's the last to rise, arms sweep up overhead at the top, breath in. Exhale, belly button to spine, soft knees, forward fold back down. Heel toe your feet to touch or about hips width. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, begin to walk your hands to the top of your space, coming into a high plank position. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Press your palms into your mat. Puff up the space between your heart. Going to flow our way to downward dog. You have the option for chaturanga, baby chaturanga. Skip it, cat cow. You always have choices. Keep pressing into that mat. Inhale, float your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, lower full or halfway. Inhale, press into your mat. Find your back bend. Exhale, belly button to spine. Downward dog destination. Inhale, float your right leg high, three-legged dog. Check in equal weight in both palms. Exhale, knee to nose, belly button to spine. Inhale, three-legged dog twice more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and pause. Have your block nearby as you need. Plant your left palm on your mat or on your block in line with your right ankle. Ground down through your right big toe mound. Inhale as you exhale, belly button to crown of your head, twists toward your right fingers to the sky. Option, little alignment check. Can bring your hand to your sacrum. Make sure your hips are square towards the front of your space, as well as nice leveled across your sacrum. Inhale's crown is reaching towards the top of your mat. Exhale, belly button to spine. Another full breath in. Exhale, release, right hand to your mat. Inhale, step your left foot back, shoulders, or right foot back, shoulders past wrist. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, float your left leg. Level your hips as you exhale. Stay here. Full breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, curl and round. Inhale, three-legged dog.
Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders past your wrists. Once more, full breath in, extend left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps between your hands and pause. Right palm plants down. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, belly button to spine twisting to your left. Check in grounding down through your left big toe mound. Left knee hugs towards your right elbow. Little alignment check. As well as noticing the cadence, the rhythm of your breath as you're holding this shape. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, squeeze through your wrist. Breath in. Exhale, release left hand to your mat. Inhale, step your left foot back, shoulders past wrist. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, float your heels. Exhale, melt to a tabletop. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, cat, flex and round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, curl your toes, push up to downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your space, and exhale, walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Hands are to the mat. They can also always come to a block. Again, check in with your feet, grounding down through the three corners of either foot. Big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and heel. Slowly begin to roll vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to standing. Head's the last thing to rise. Arms sweep up overhead at the top. Gaze toward your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees as you come down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling vertebra by vertebra, all the way to standing. Head's the last to rise. Arms sweep up overhead, belly button to spine. As you do so, palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold, belly button to spine, soft knees. From your forward fold, heel toe your feet to at least hips width. Inhale to a halfway lift, heels in, toes out. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your hips into Malasana. You can grab your block here. You can place it on any setting underneath your sits bones, whatever feels the best there for you. And heels can be floated or grounded here. Checking in with your feet. Where are you grounded at on your mat? Where's your base? How's it going? Grounding down through your big toe mound, your pinky toe mounds evenly. Heels, if they touch the mat, they're grounding down. If not, evenly between big toe mound and pinky toe mounds. Soft through your shoulders, long through your cervical spine. Option to stay here or a little mobility check. Inhale, tabletop your spine, crown of your head forward. Exhale, belly button to spine. Let your sits bones drop. Again, inhale, flat back. Exhale, let your coccyx, your tailbone come back towards the mat. Once more, breath in, nice flat back. Exhale to Malasana. Inhale, feel your heart. Inhale, feel your heart rise to meet your thumbs. Exhale, press your elbows into your legs. Let your coccyx drop a little deeper. Hi, Romy. One more full breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet to touch. Let your head hang heavy. Slow roll. Inhale, vertebra by vertebra, all the way to standing. Head's the last to rise. Arms sweep up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to plank. Plant your palms. Step your feet back. Sorry, girl. Inhale, shoulders past wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press into your mat. Find your back bend. Exhale, belly button to spine, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, grounding down through the base of your knuckles, extending through your elbows, pushing your rib cage away from your ears. How's your breath? How's that conversation? Sensation to breath, breath to sensation. Meeting on an exhale. Inhale, float your heels. Exhale, melt your knees to your mat. Let your hips drop to either side as you make your way to seated. And then coming all the way onto your back. Back to your Shavasana. Walking your shoulders a little bit further apart, finding any comfortable position to complete your practice. Beginning to allow your breath to move freely throughout your whole body for the next few moments. Beginning to bring awareness and intention back to your breath. As you become conscious of the rise and fall of your body with your breath, starting to follow that consciousness, bringing physical movement back into your body, onto your mat, however you feel called to do so. When you do feel back in your physical body, depending on your shape, knees will probably make their way into your chest. You can pause there for a moment. And then follow your path of least resistance. Any comfortable seat, head above heart, heart above pelvis. Eyes can stay closed if that feels safe and or comfortable to your own practice. Can always leave your eyes open. And if you feel called to, hands can come to heart center, but that's never required. But wherever you do land at, I invite you to take this last moment. I invite you to take this last moment to yourself to thank and honor your own body for the movement, balance, strength, mobility it just gave you. And thank you to all of you for sharing your time, space, practice with me today. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you liked this nice little flow, a little bit of hip action going on, that conversation, sensation to breath, breath to sensation. And if you liked this flow, be sure that you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all my videos.